Hey guys, Drifter here. Today I've got another early Black Ops 4 gameplay for you from the reveal. I'm going to be talking about the mode control a lot, and I have some red dot sniper rifle gameplay for you. I think the red dot sniper rifle gameplay is what's going to draw a lot of people in. That starts at around the 8 or 9 minute mark. I have the fast reacting sniper rifle, the nimble one with all the handling. I put red dot sight on because you can do that by default on this game on all the sniper rifles. I put on Quick Draw 1 and Quick Draw 2, so you get Quick Draw 2 after you attach Quick Draw 1, and it makes it even more effective. I also put on Stock, and I kind of tried to run it like a great value quick scoping machine, except I'm terrible at that, so I ended up doing some DMR work with it. But yes, I do get kills with the Red Dot Sniper. It's fun, but primarily I wanted to talk about the new mode Control today, which is by far my favorite mode, and I think exemplifies the things that are best about this game. You'll see gameplay exclusively of that mode. You'll see us throw the mode so that we don't win too early. I'll be playing as Battery, then the Medic, Light Machine Gun, Submachine Gun, Sniper Rifle, and a little bit of Melee. Before we jump in, I do want to let you know that the Astro Gaming discount link finally works. It's been down for a while, so if you've been holding out on buying headsets, that link is functioning down below in the description. So by now, I'm sure you're all aware of the specialist changes, the health changes, the regen, the weapon balancing, the everything about this game. But in order to change Call of Duty on such a fundamental level, you also need to change the game modes that you play to fit that type of game. I'll let you know right off the bat, Team Deathmatch is not that mode. I played Team Deathmatch at Treyarch, and it just wasn't very fun. It wasn't even remotely fun compared to the other modes. I didn't enjoy it all, and it didn't really feel like it fit this game. Domination works okay because it's got objectives, but it's still, maybe it's the nature of how we play Domination these days, which is like extended team deathmatch. It still isn't quite the thing to play. It still doesn't quite fit just right. Hardpoint works great, as always. Hardpoint's one of my favorite modes, but the juicy mode, the really good mode, is Control, and you can tell that the entire game was built around this Control mode. It's something of a hybrid between Headquarters, not Headquarters where you run around in World War II, but Headquarters, the mode from older Call of Duty games, or Battlefield 1 Conquest, and Demo/Hardpoint. Each team starts off with 30 lives, and that's all you get for the entire game. Every time you die and respawn, one of those lives depletes. You'll take turns between attacking and defending two objectives. Each of these objectives is kind of like a demolition point in that the way they're situated on maps and how many people you need to take it, and the fact that they're usually centered around a big object in the middle, like a big room with an object in the middle you're supposed to hold down. So it kind of feels like demo, but maybe a little bit of domination, because the way you get it is you get people on the point uncontested and hold it for long enough, but the points are huge and they're demarcated kind of like hardpoint points. So you got a lot of modes coming together into one big thing that's going to be called Control, with the idea of it being you have limited lives and you have to capture two objectives from the enemies. The limited lives is probably the most important thing. It makes sure that every kill that you get really counts for hurting the enemy team. There's no useless kills, there's no just spawn killing, there's no streaks that, okay, you know, your helicopter killed a few people, but so what? No, every kill you put on them is a risk that they might not respawn. But conversely, every time you die, you're depleting your team's lives. And it's been a long time since I've seen people take life and death this seriously in a Call of Duty game, at least outside the competitive standpoint. Even when I play with other YouTubers and you do Hardpoint or CTF or something like that, there's always the kind of idea that like you could run in the enemy spawn and die, and it just doesn't matter and you'll come right back. That's not the case here. People play hard, they play smart, they defend, and the deaths definitely matter. It's also a motivator for your enemies to play hard too, so you get good competition. Defenders do generally seem to have the advantage. They have a lot of choke points that you have to squeeze through, so you have a lot of motivation for attackers to push hard, and in order to push hard enough to break most of these points, you're going to need to use your special abilities, especially when comboing with each other. If you don't try to use the special abilities, you'll probably get nowhere. All of the points do have flank routes, as they operate on normal maps. It's not like War, where you completely can't flank around. And yeah, you can get picks with snipers and LMGs and stuff, but the big plays in this mode generally revolve around the special abilities. And of course, since the whole game is built around the specialist and balanced around it, and that's how the big moments happen, it's what feels the most fun about Black Ops 4. For example, in the Treyarch playtest, I was running the LMG with FMJ1 and FMJ2, so it was like a super FMJ, and a teammate of mine called out that he was going to vision pulse. So I did a quick reload, he vision pulsed, and I saw two people through the wall on the other side, so I hosed them, and we were able to take the point. At a different time in the Treyarch playtest, there was a time where I overhealed my team with a medic. I just got them together and I said, wait just a second, and I gave them a little 50 HP boost, and we all flooded in and we were able to take the point. There's a lot of spawn beacon floods. A lot of people think they're really clever by putting Seraph's spawn beacon kind of behind or close to the point, which is usually good for getting back there quicker, but I've noticed that good players tend to notice it, and you don't spawn exactly on the spawn beacon. You spawn somewhere around it. It activates nearby spawns, and it even has a little indicator on the map. You can choose the regular spawn or the beacon, and if the beacon's too hot, it'll be like, danger, warning, don't spawn here, you could die. But people do it anyway just because it's new. I did this and screwed my team up super bad because they would spawn on it and get shot in the back, so that kind of sucked. A lot of people like to try to grapple hook Ruin Slam. That's a self combo. A lot of denials from Firebreak. Firebreak denies a lot of people with the reactor core, and you use the guy with the barriers and the barbed wire to completely choke off one entrance. Since people can't really jump or fly over it, the barbed wire is a huge pain in the butt, and it forces the fights to the flanks. Teamwork, callouts, and general communication is what makes this mode super fun. It's one of the reasons that I really enjoy playing Overwatch. Overwatch is a high skill game as well, but doing combos with your team and having abilities and play and counterplay make Overwatch really, really great. And I really think that Control should be the default mode. It brings out the best things about Black Ops 3. However, there's some catches and some controversial opinions. This mode is really great if you're playing with like 5 YouTubers that are interested in the game and reasonably talented, and they want to do callouts and they want to try hard and they want to do combos. If you're playing online with 12-year-old Timmy that's going to scream at you because you picked Ruin and he wants to do Ruin ground slam combos, and you have another guy screaming at you to play the medic, or probably even worse is just dead silence and nobody wants to communicate, I have a feeling this mode's going to really, really suck. And this is where the bigger controversial opinion comes in. Most Call of Duty gamers gravitate very strongly to Team Deathmatch, and after that you're looking at domination, and as far as World War II is concerned, the war mode. The problem is that I don't think Black Ops 3 plays really well in those type of modes. You need a much more objective-based game. So I honest to God think that Team Deathmatch, War, maybe Domination, and definitely all of Hardcore should just be removed from the game. And I know there's Hardcore fans out here that watch my videos, and I know you only play Hardcore for a variety of reasons, and that's the game that you like. And I'm sure that a lot of you are super mad about that, because you want to play Call of Duty your way. You like Team Deathmatch, you like Hardcore Team Deathmatch, you don't want to play this other mode. And as a business, Activision would want to give you that thing, and as a content creator, it's not my place to just take your happiness away from you. However, I don't think that these old game modes, or Hardcore, are going to be a lot of fun with the new systems that they've put into Black Ops 3. In the Control mode, the specialist abilities work together really well to help you take a point, or to do something really fun. If we're playing Team Deathmatch, I think they're going to feel more gimmicky and more Black Ops 3 or Infinite Warfare-y. And teamwork is essentially going to be 0 in Team Deathmatch, so that's probably the most fun part of the game right there, already gone. And that's why I think that what Call of Duty needs is to get the whole community together into a more unified playlist. Maybe not a single playlist, obviously, but to cut down on some of these options and get the main game should be some sort of OBJ-oriented playlist. The meat of this game, the thing that 50% of people are playing, should not be Team Deathmatch, because that's not where the fun is. It's going to be in the objective playlist, because that's what the whole game is built around. And I think that cutting some of the fat of these other less popular game modes, many game modes, not just the ones I mentioned, would be better for the game as an experience, and it would get to people trying and playing and doing new things, and hopefully move it a little bit more in a direction like Siege or Overwatch, where everybody understands the operators, everybody works together as a team, you know what you're doing, and not the Call of Duty mindset of, I'm going to play with no mic, and I'm going to play the game mode I want, and use only the gun I want, and I'm going to do exactly what I want, and I'm going to ignore everything else in existence, because that, I don't believe, is going to be fun in Black Ops 3, and you're more than welcome to tell me I'm wrong, I'm crazy, I'm mean, a lot of other things, but I think that if we focused more on the game modes that matter, like this one, Control, and less on, like, Hardcore, Ricochet, Team Deathmatch, the quality of the game experience as a whole would go up. Well, guys, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something useful. If you did, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Drifter out.
Alpha lost. Net call. Hostile Hellstorm inbound. Pulse going out. Losing Bravo.
After my grid.
We're contesting Bravo. Hostile UAV circling.
Thanks out.
We've lost B. Hostiles have overrun all zones. We have to go again. The battle's lost. Pop smoke, then regroup.
Wasted firebreak.
Can be established above. Be advised, hostile attack deploy beacon active. Mercs are contesting B. Enemy attack deploy beacon destroyed. We're taking B.
Enemy counter UAV is down.
Hostile UAV circling. Enemy attack chopper above. Enemy hellstorm detected. Hostiles contesting Bravo. Hostile CUAV detected.
Hostile heli ahead. Attack chopper.
Enemies are contesting A. Painting targets for hellstorm release.
3 subs good to go. Q stores open.
Hostiles contesting A. Be advised, hostile attack deploy beacon active. Lives low, make them count. Enemies contesting Alpha. You're down to their last lives. Take them out.
UAV available for tasking.
Sensors are capturing objective.
Mission clock is running on fumes.
UAV energy levels 50%.
This is it. No lives left. Enemy team have no lives left. Merc forces are contesting Alpha.
Attack chopper available for tasking.
We're taking A. Enemies are contesting A. AOR is lost. Mission is Charlie Foxtrot.